Friends, welcome to 10 Clicks. This is Bharat and today we will watch part 2 of circuit breaking where I will show you an implementation using Poly. We will create couple of .NET Core app and see how the open and close circuit operate practically. If you have not watched part 1 of the video, I recommend you to go through it where you will get to know basics of circuit breaking and some more theory. The link is given in description and in the information icon above. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so and you will get latest updates quickly. Let us create a new ASP.NET Core web application and name it Error App. And choose API and create. By default, the Visual Studio template itself will create a controller, weather forecast controller. And let's throw an exception when the user is requesting for this API. Let's build it and execute the project. Let's try accessing the weather forecast. So you'll be able to see that an unhandled exception occurred and the message is error in API. Let it be like this. Now let's create a meteorological parent API which will call this weather forecast controller, which is right now throwing an error. Let's go file, new project. Let's do the same ASP.NET Core web app. Let's call it parent API. And create the application. Let's open up the startup.cs and add HTTP client. Let's call it error API. We know the base address as HTTP localhost 5000. Let us inject the HTTP client inside the parent controller. Let's rename this default weather forecast into parent. Right. And call the iHTTP client factory. Now we will have to create the client and get the data. And if we remember, we have this name error API. We'll copy it from the startup, put it here, and get the data. We have to call the weather forecast API. All right, and return the response. So let's use the Newtonsoft JSON convert. And deserialize the object. Let the return value be an asynchronous task. To put in async. And await for the content. Okay. You can execute this application either in HTTP or HTTPS. Let us execute this and see it in action. You already know that the weather controller is already executing, the weather forecast controller is already executing, and it has thrown some error. Let's access the parent controller. You'll be able to notice that the error in the weather controller is getting propagated to the parent controller as well. It is similar to if, let's say, the meteorological department is accessing the weather controller, it will throw the same exception. It is getting propagated. Now, no matter how many times you access this parent controller, the same error will happen, which is not desirable in a microservices environment, wherein we will have to do some sort of circuit breaking and make sure either a cached response or a default response has to be returned. At least we must give some time for the weather forecast controller to recover. We will see it in action now. For this, we need to install Polly. Let's do a NuGet install. I'm going to put in the Microsoft extensions package. And set the policy through the startup file.cs. First, let us include the package using Polly and add the transient HTTP error policy. We'll use the circuit breaker async, and let's say if the weather forecast controller is accessed twice, then the state should be open and it has to try back, let's say after 1 minute or 2 minutes. Let us set it to 1 minute and execute it to see it in action. Okay, I think I need to close one more bracket here. Okay, let's execute it. Okay, now let us access parent controller. You'll be able to notice that we got the same unexpected unhandled exception. Let us try one more time. We'll get the same error. Now if we try the third time, the circuit breaker will kick in and it will set the state to open. The state will be open for the next 1 minute because that is how we set the policy. And let's say in the meantime, the weather report controller is getting fixed. Let us stop it and let's go to the error API and return some valid integer values. Okay, let's build it. And start the weather controller or the error app. And now if we try to access the weather controller from the parent API, you'll be able to see that the valid values getting returned. I waited for a minute before pushing the refresh button. We can set more advanced policies which will be very useful real time. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to do an advanced video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.